are they, the foreign investors? How easy is to do business in Kazakhstan? What investment projects are being implemented? What areas of Kazakhstan's economy are attractive for investment? Watch business opportunities on Kazakh TV and meet successful foreign investors working in Kazakhstan.
The world-famous brand of the American corporation Caterpillar is presented on the market of Kazakhstan since 1999. First of all, they manufacture various types of special equipment, including small excavators, which are convenient to use in urban conditions, giant dump trucks, capable of carrying dozens of tons of cargo, as well as diesel and gas generators. The official dealer in Kazakhstan is the Turkish company Borusan Makina Kazakhstan. In its turn, it is a part of Borusan, a holding that produces steel and also carries out activities in the fields of energy, logistics, and telecommunications. The Kazakhstan branch employs about 800 people. The company has representative offices in 22 cities of Kazakhstan. The creation of such network is dictated by the need to provide prompt and high-quality customer service 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. The company has built a plant in Karaganda where imported machines and equipment receive a second life. The head office of the company is located in Almaty.
Good morning, welcome Borusan Makina Kazakhstan. My name is Bülent Atar, I am the General Director. Let's go inside. Good morning, Erik. Good morning. Welcome to my office. Every day my day starts with a cup of coffee. Good morning, Anna. How are you today? Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.
So, after having my coffee, I'm generally discussing with my colleagues about the general issues and reviewing my daily plan, and then ready for work.
I just want to share with you some results of our component problem management project.
Okay. Are we aligned with the time plan?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, great. Thank you.
See you.
See you.
Thank you.
No problem. Let me introduce my colleague Erik to you. He celebrated 10th year of his experience in our company yesterday. He is our Lean Six Sigma Black Belt. He is mainly concentrating and focusing on process improvement and quality. He has customer service experiences, and we are getting benefit from his quality improvement and process improvement to serve our customer better. We are in accounting department. Ladies are supporting all our operation in 22 locations in Kazakhstan, and she is the lady paying our salaries. Let's go to the third floor. We have mining and energy and transportation departments located there. We are in mining departments. We are supporting very important mining projects all over the Kazakhstan from this office. Good morning, John.
How are you?
John is our Australian colleague who is supporting one of the very important projects in Kyrgyzia, Kumtor Gold Mine. Sergey, good morning.
Good morning.
Sergey is a very important person for our customer support operation. He is managing CSA operation in Kazakhstan. We feel ourselves lucky in this building because we have a chance to get fresh air when we need it. We are enjoying the beautiful view of Almaty, and also we are enjoying the great view of our Caterpillar equipment. So we are in front of one of the asphalt pavers. This machine is used to making asphalt and making a good high quality roads. And this is my favorite, one of the smallest machines. We are calling it mini excavator. Because it is small, it is compact, and you can use it anywhere else. In your garden, in small construction areas. This is very useful, economic, and high efficient machine. When two important brand names come together, like Borusan and Caterpillar, our customers' expectation always set it at very high level. I can show myself as an example of how company is paying attention on people development. Approximately 19 years ago, I started as a technician in the company in Turkey. And I passed through several different experiences, several different trainings, and for the last 1.5 years, I am the General Director of Borusan Makina Kazakhstan. I always feel myself that I am being a part of a very big family. Now I would like to invite you to our Karaganda facility. which we are calling Component Rebuild Center. This is a very important place for our operation, and this is the place that Borusan Holding made one of the biggest investment is out of Turkey.
Customers of American Special Machinery are companies that work in the construction, mining, oil and gas, and energy industries. Borusan Makina Kazakhstan have received the international award Best Practice 19 times. This means that 19 innovative ideas, sponsored by Kazakh employees, are being used today by Caterpillar dealers around the world.
Добрый день.
Good afternoon, welcome to Borusan Makina Kazakhstan. This is our Component Rebuild Center in the city of Karaganda.
Центр восстановления компонентов.
The Component Rebuild Center was built in 2011. In general, $35 million was invested in construction. Why Karaganda was chosen for center?
Почему был выбран именно центр Караганда?
Because of the strategic location of the city, that is, all mining enterprises, the entire industry is concentrated mainly in this region. And even if components come from other regions, they are brought to the center from all sides of the country.
То они со всех, скажем так, сторон страны стягиваются в центр. Только запасных частей.
In our storage, we have spare parts worth $20 million.
На складе горнодобывающая промышленность Казахстана.
The mining industry, oil and gas sector of Kazakhstan continue to develop and grow, so there is a growing need for technology and quality service.
В технике и в качественном сервисе. Очень важное достижение – это сертификат Hardex.
A very important certificate is Hardex in my body. This means that our customers have guarantees quality assurance of the products we manufacture from the Hardex steel. We know how to handle it. And a very important achievement, perhaps the most important achievement, is that we are a certified rebuild components manufacturer. There are 182 dealers all over the world, and only 8 are certified. Borusan Makina is one of the 8 dealers. We are the only ones on the territory of the CIS, Europe, and Africa. Unique things are happening in the Karaganda Center. The enterprise is completely rebuilding special equipment, which otherwise would have been written off for scrap. Of course, this gives more than significant savings to enterprises that are spared from the need to radically update their own fleet. The whole process of repair and restoration begins with the first workshop, which gets machines in the form in which they are received from the customers. Our way to the first workshop goes through the street zone. Today it's a bit windy in Karaganda. Here is our workshop equipment rebuild shop, as we call it ERS. Here begins the path of the whole machine repair. The machine in non-operating condition, that is, at the stage when it's time to write it off, is brought to the shop, and here it is dismantled into components. By the way, here is the head of the production department, Azamat Ibraev. Azamat tells us how everything works here. This 980-wheel loader was brought just this morning. Now it is being dismantled. The guys will dismember the car, will dismantle the main units of this machine, and all this will be sent to the necessary workshops for restoration. After all that, these components will return again to this workshop and will be assembled. Then the testing of the machine will be made. Yelaman, Dima, after the dismantling, please send these components to the shop for pressing. Alexander, we are installing the wiring to the engine, which was rebuilt in the equipment rebuild shop. After that, the engine will be installed on the loader frame. We are leaving our first stage of rebuilding cars. It was one of the noisiest shops. It's quite difficult to work all day at this noise level. Therefore, we often use earplugs. Each bolt, each nut is examined for defects. The head of this workshop will tell more details on what happens in this largest interim workshop. We have certain inspection zones where we identify defects according to the certification technical documentation of the manufacturer's factory, and then later we determine their reuse or replacement with new ones. On the right side we assemble the driveline, including transmission, axles and differentials. On the left side, we are assembling components. This is internal combustion engine. If you pay attention, on each of the sides we have computers. With their help, we can access the technical documentation of the manufacturer, where all the necessary specifications are described. We are now going to the engine test room. Here is an engine. What are we doing here? We connect all the necessary sensors. We create such an atmosphere of work that is as if this engine is in a machine. So after the assembly, we tested the component, then we have quality control. This is the room where the repairs are done, including the disassembly, assembly and balancing of the turbocharger. This is Nikolai Zadorozhny, a specialist in the repair of a turbocharger. Now at the moment we are adjusting, revealing the angle of imbalance. On the chart we can observe in which corner we have the deviation, where we need to make the removal of materials. After adjusting the axle, making sure that it is repairable and it can be reused, we are assembling it in the turbine housing. We assemble it and ship to the customer a ready-made component that has received a second life. I'm working in this company for the third year. I'm very satisfied with my job. I see further prospects in my development. Family, all relatives, everyone is happy. Now we'll go to the shop number 3, machine shop, where spare parts are restored. The shop number 3 is where operations will take place that bring the main economy to the customer who decided to restore his equipment. Let's go. And this is where our head of workshop, Almaz Kenjitayev, is waiting for us. Our workshop consists of 4 sections. We are currently at the site of hydraulics. After we assemble the fluid power cylinders, we test them at that far stand. Fluid power cylinder is one of the main components of mining equipment, which is responsible for such operations like lifting a digging bucket or turning a car. It is powered by hydraulic oil. Work to restore this part takes up to 30% of the volume of all work in the shop. Vitaly is a professional. He is one of the first who has mastered this machine. At first it was hard, even unusual, because it is a new equipment. But after mastering it, it was clear that it is easy enough to handle the cylinder blocks, also the cylinder head. Well, now it turns out we can use that machine. The next session is our blank preparation shop. There we prepare the parts, cut, roll, bend. We manufacture these parts from scratch from sheet metal. Earlier we bought them abroad. Now, to reduce the cost, we manufacture here in Kazakhstan. In the 4th sector, a digging bucket is now being made from scratch, which will be completely manufactured by our company. You can see. This is the front bow of the loader. Stas is now restoring the hole by surfacing and boring on an Italian machine. At the moment, I'm working on the boring of this already clean eyelet. This bow came after work. It was in a very terrible condition. After the defect, we pre-bore it. Here are the ready holes right here on top. They are all ready. Workshop workers are proud of the fact that they independently built a body for the American Cat dump truck with all technological nuances from what they call a scratch. This body was made entirely of Swedish steel, structural wear-resistant steel. It was brought from Sweden. As you can see, traditional Kazakh ornament is a distinctive sign of our products. The peculiarity of our working schedule, which we all love very much, is the 2 official coffee breaks in the company. The first coffee break is before lunch, the second is after lunch. In these 15 minutes, the company stops all work processes. We just drink tea, rest, and with renewed vigor, we begin to work. The warehouse of the company, Karaganda, stores up to 15,000 items of spare parts. The warehouse area is 2,000 square meters. The spare parts are stored on the 3-story racks of the mezzanine system, on large ones on special pallet racks, each cell of which can withstand up to 800 kilograms. Borsa Makina has 21 warehouses all over Kazakhstan. There are 33 employees. I adore my warehouse, although I am not currently an employee of this particular warehouse, but now I have 21 stores in my subordination. We are the largest warehouse in Kazakhstan. Everything that is necessary for the customer, we try to deliver quickly. Spare parts are delivered not only to the customer, but also all over Kazakhstan. We try to keep the entire range in stock. At the moment, for example, we're shipping parts for the overhaul of a land dump truck. This is an SOS laboratory. Come, let's see. Here we meet the laboratory engineer, Oleg. Our laboratory has all the necessary instruments for analyzing oils. We analyze more than 100 samples per day. It can reach up to 3,000 samples a month. We receive oils from different cities of Kazakhstan, and by the result we can say whether the repair of machinery is needed. Perhaps we can protect the customer from dead time and correspondingly high cash costs. Our samples go to the laboratory, analyzed by our equipment, which can show the ingress of impurities and also can show wear and tear on the most important instruments of the spectrometer, which shows the presence of water, antifreeze, or fuel, and wear and tear on elements such as iron, copper, lead, and others. Now we will see a simulator room. Simulators allow to recreate completely the conditions of management of technology and acquire basic skills. That is, here we can train both our mechanics operators and our customers' operators. The company's example demonstrates how foreign investments can be effectively used. Kazakh enterprise not only sells products of the world-famous foreign producer, but also carries out its own production activities, which will only grow with time. According to Turkish investors, Kazakhstan's industry has very good prospects and opportunities for growth, which is evidenced by the dynamics of recent years. Here now we can see a living example of the success of the process. This is a CAT 785 dump truck. The largest truck in Kazakhstan. This machine has gone through all stages of recovery, all the stages of testing. It really shows the process is working, that the process is successful, that it really brings a global saving. This huge machine was dismantled to the smallest detail, tested, restored, and assembled back into the current model. Annually, the company receives the 5 Stars Award. It is an award from Caterpillar for compliance with the pollution control program in production workshops. In addition, Borsa Makina Kazakhstan has already become a 5-time holder of the title of one of the most innovative companies, according to the American Chamber of Commerce. And all this is only part of the achievements of the Turkish company, which has been contributing to the development of the Kazakh economy for more than 17 years.
I came from Turkey in 2010 to work in Kazakhstan. And first things that I experience here in Kazakhstan, that we have a common culture. I feel myself here in my home country. So I cannot say that I am missing my country too much. Of course, I have family there, friends. Time to time I am missing them, but I have enough chance to go to Turkey, to have some times with them. But when I go to Turkey, I missed here also, because my life is going on here for 10 years. Thank you very much for visiting us. It was a great pleasure for me to spend all the day with you here in our office. I hope we will see each other another time in another place. Goodbye. До свидания.